911, what's your emergency?
I don't know what to do. Oh my God.
Ma'am, I need you to...
Call 911. Shut up, I am.
Ma'am, I need you to tell me what's going on.
We got into a car accident.
All right, then. Where are you right now?
Hamlin Highway by our place.
Okay, did you hit an object or another car?
Car. It's really bad. The car, it's really messed up. There's a lot of blood. My sister, she isn't waking up. Oh my God,
Okay, ma'am, what's your name?
I'm Amaya. Amaya Oscar.
Okay, Amaya, stay on the line.
Will you cut that out? It's bad enough we have to be here in the first place.
Sorry, I'm worried about my sister. Lorelai wasn't the only one that got hurt in the accident.
Yeah, well, neither was Delilah.
Okay, stop that, guys. This is a hospital where people need a rest.
My goodness. Edward, what happened? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm Lorelai's mom. Could you tell me what happened tonight?
Right,
I just got here.
I'm Officer Mosier. There was a head-on crash. It was pretty bad, and your daughter's in the surgery right now, and there's another girl that just came out of surgery.
It was all her fault. If she...
Shut up! Guys! Stop. Sit down. It'll be okay. What's happening?
I'm gonna get the
going on?
doctor.
I think this is going to go really well. The jury will see that I'm prom queen, student council president, valedictorian. All I get is like a slap on the wrist, right?
Listen, Amaya, I'm really glad to see that you have an optimistic outlook, but you have to understand the gravity of this situation. You killed 2 people, one of which was your sister while under the influence. And I know you didn't mean for it to end this way, but it did. And on top of that, you paralyzed your best friend. I promise, I'm in your corner and I'm gonna use everything that I have to fight for you, but you have to understand that you committed a serious crime. This is a criminal offense. And if they find you guilty, which they might, there's gonna be some sort of punishment. And there's absolutely no way that you're gonna come out of this without a record.
A record? They're gonna take my acceptance from Penn State. I can't have a record.
Well, maybe you should have thought of that in the first place.
All rise.
You may be seated. Thank you.
Ms. Oscar, you have been read through the charges on more than one occasion, at your arraignment and then again at your preliminary hearing. But the affidavit of probable cause needs to be read for the people that are here today and for the others to hear what what led to those charges. So the affidavit of probable cause attached to the police criminal complaint reads, on Saturday, May 17th, 2025, at approximately 11:30 p.m., Amaya Oscar, an 18-year-old female student at Western Wayne School District, was driving with 3 juveniles in her vehicle, a 2020 Honda Civic, red in color, PA registration ABC 1234. Oscar was traveling west on SR 590 in Salem Township, Wayne County, Pennsylvania. As she approached the intersection with J&J Road by Our Place Restaurant, Salem Township, Oscar traveled into the oncoming eastbound lane. Oscar impacted with another vehicle driven by Dorothy Derrickson, head on. It was determined Oscar was reading a text message when she drove into the westbound lane. Her car flipped from the impact and landed on its roof. When her car flipped, the front seat passenger, Delilah Oscar, a 17-year-old female student who was attending Western Wayne High School, was ejected from the vehicle. 2 17-year-old students, Edward Stone and Lorelai Doe, also from Western Wayne School District, were passengers in the back seat of Oscar's vehicle. Stone was seated behind Amaya Oscar, and Lorelai Doe was seated behind Delilah Oscar. Both Stone and Lorelei Doe were entrapped in the vehicle. Stone sustained minor injuries, while Lorelei Doe has a broken back, among other serious injuries. Only the driver, Amaya Oscar, was wearing a seatbelt. She suffered minor injuries. Prior to the crash, the 4 occupants of the vehicle attended Western Wayne's prom in Carbondale, PA. After prom, a party was held where all 4 occupants were drinking alcohol. Amaya Oscar was transported to the local hospital where she submitted to a blood test to determine the content of alcohol in her blood. After testing, her BAC results were 0.25%, more than twice the legal limit. Delilah Oscar suffered blunt force trauma and later died at the hospital. She was 17 years old. Stone and Doe were transported to the local hospital. Doe was then transported to a trauma unit where she had to undergo major surgeries. Lorelei Doe will never be able to walk again or move from the neck down. She will be fed through a tube for the rest of her life. Dorothy Derrickson, the driver of the other vehicle, suffered moderate injuries. Her passenger, Ruby Evans, died on impact from multiple blunt force trauma injuries. Miss Oscar, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
The prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls Dorothy Derrickson to the stand.
Miss Derrickson, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. Please take the seat and please spell your name for the court reporter.
G-E-R-I-C-K-S-O-N.
Thank you. When you're ready.
Miss Derrickson, would you recall the events of May 17th, 2025?
Me and my friend Ruby Evans were coming home from college. We were about 10 miles away. We were hit head on by a car swerving in the other lane. Ruby died from the impact as far as any of us could tell.
Thank you, Miss Derrickson. Your witness.
Miss Derrickson, you claim to have been coming home from college, is that correct?
Yeah.
Which college would that be?
Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
That's about 4 hours away. It was a long drive that night. You must have been tired.
We were.
Is it possible that you could have lost control of your vehicle at any time, a moment of no concentration, swerving into the other lane perhaps?
Objection. The defense is leading the witness.
Mrs. Smith, rephrase your question or move on.
The defense is done with the witness.
The prosecution may call its next witness.
The prosecution calls Lorelei Doe to the stand.
Well, she won't be needing this anymore. Thanks a lot. Not guilty? Not guilty? You paralyzed her!
I'm not doing that anymore.
How could you?
Miss Doe, will you recall the events of May 17th, 2025?
We went to prom, and after that there was a party, and someone brought alcohol. I don't know who, but Amaya said she wasn't going to drink because she was driving.
Did you see her consume any alcohol?
Not that I saw, but she was stumbling when we left the party, and we all know she has a reputation for that sort of thing.
Objection, hearsay.
Sustained. Strike that last statement from the record, please. Miss Doe, will you restrict your testimony to the facts of the case before us today?
Well, that's about it. You know the rest. She was on her phone. She was texting someone, and then we swerved into the other lane and we hit the car. Now I ended up like this. I can't walk. I have to be fed from a feeding tube. I can't even use the bathroom.
Thank you, Miss Doe. Your witness.
The defense would like to move to a verdict, Your Honor. We're not going to call any more witnesses at this time.
You may be excused, ma'am. Miss Oscar, please rise. Members, have the jury come up with their verdict.
We, the Commonwealth, find the defendant Oscar guilty of count 1, homicide by motor vehicle while DUI. Count 2, guilty, homicide by motor vehicle while DUI. Count 3, guilty, DUI. Count 4. Aggravated assault by motor vehicle. Guilty. Count 5. Guilty. Aggravated assault by motor vehicle.
Ma'am, I sentence you to a $20,000 fine and 25 years in prison. Good luck to you.
Hands on your back.
What did I do? Student council president, valedictorian, prom queen. I'm gonna lose it all.